Auga, auga.
Should we get a thumbnail pic real quick? There you go, Matt.
Episode something.
Who gives a shit?
Dude, no one cares. No
No.
one's like, oh, dude, episode 12 was the best one.
Yeah.
They're like, the one where you talked about getting a colonoscopy, that was so funny. And I'm like, yeah, that was really funny.
Oh, you talked about that?
No, you talked about it.
Oh, I was
And you
about to
said it
say,
out of-
I had a colonoscopy and talked about it.
Yes.
I do remember it, though. Like, it was yesterday.
I can imagine.
Fucking, how'd it go? First, you never got one, right?
I haven't gotten one, no.
Well, first off, I'm glad this is going to be the first subject of the Flycast.
Absolutely.
Another weekly episode.
Yeah,
But I
obviously.
guess let's get into it. So, I got a colonoscopy one day. My stomach, I always had stomach problems.
Mhm.
And I thought my appendix was bursting. I didn't even sit.
Been there.
Thought my appendix was bursting. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
Wait, it's about to tip over. Thought my appendix was bursting. My mom was like, "Are you sure you're okay?" Blah, blah. I was like, "No, I don't know. I kind of went out of school to play Halo, so no, it hurts really bad." So we went to the doctor. They like whatever test they fucking run. They looked at my stomach, said it looked irritated. They were like, "Yeah, we can just take your appendix out." And first they give you this stuff to where you drink like 2 huge bottles of like some shit, and it just makes you shit nonstop.
Really?
Yeah. And then I think I went back the next day for the surgery, but you just shit all night. You can't like drink or eat. And then, yeah, I went back next day for my surgery. And I don't know exactly what they did, but I'm pretty sure they stick something like I don't know if they stick a camera up your butt.
They probably do something like that.
You know, I was knocked out.
Oh,
but
you were knocked out for their colonoscopy.
Yeah,
Wait, are you always knocked out?
I think. I hope.
Oh, that makes it way easier.
Yeah.
I've been scared about that shit since I was 15.
No, you're just knocked
Oh, you're
out.
knocked out?
You wake up, your butt hurts a little bit.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's pretty regular though. So, like
Yeah.
in my everyday
In your
life,
your
yeah.
butt's just hurting a little bit.
Lately, it has been itchy.
Have you ever had? Same. Have you ever had hemorrhoids?
Yes, that shit's
Horrible.
yeah. That
It's
shit.
horrible.
How'd you get yours?
I think it's from just sitting down a lot.
Really? I know how I got mine. I like tore my asshole. But I took such another.
Oh, is this at
this-
the Scuff House?
No, this was before I joined Optic or
Oh.
anything. And pretty sure it lasted like a few years. Like I took such a, I guess maybe I was like dehydrated and I took such a fat shit that it like tore my ass. And then I guess that turned into hemorrhoids or something. And
Really?
it was just like my asshole was inside out.
Yeah.
It was like
You've told me
my
that
ass
before.
was hanging out of my ass. It's
disgusting.
fucking like sometimes I take my finger and like push it back in. And I'm not joking either.
That is fucking gross.
But yeah, it fucking hurt and it itched.
Damn.
Was yours
Yeah.
itchy?
Yeah, the itchy part. And apparently, not everyone is itches. A lot of people is just straight pain.
Have you ever had jock itch? Where
Yeah. But that was when I played baseball. So that was like, dude, that was so long ago.
how
It was just fucking itchy.
did your balls swell?
They didn't.
Mine did.
No. It was
My-
just I was just constantly itching,
My
and I had like jock itch powder, and you dump it in your
Yes.
yeah.
My balls like swelled up.
Really?
Yeah, I was at my friend's house when I was like, I love how this is the first like 10 minutes of the fucking. Anyways, I was like 12. Spent the night at my friend's house. We were like all playing basketball and shit. And then as a kid, you just not shower and like not even really think about it. But I was sweaty as fuck.
Oh,
Went
that's
to
how.
sleep and then woke up and like my balls were just itchy. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like kept itching them. Then I went home. And I looked, and they were like little 12-year-old swollen balls. But it fucking felt so good to itch it.
I remember that part.
Shit felt hella good.
I remember that I was in middle school and this dude was like, "Man, I want chicken pox." And I looked at him like, "What?" He was like, "I just want chicken pox." I was like, "I've never heard someone say they wanted chicken." I was like, "Why do you want chicken pox?" He was like, "Because you know when you get an itch, it just feels so good just to scratch it. And imagine that all day long." I was like, "You're a fucking psycho."
That's a blessing. Chicken pox, fucking poison ivy. I got poison ivy a few times.
Did you? I got poison ivy.
I used to be king poison ivy.
Really?
I like got it a bunch.
Did you like play in the woods and stuff? I was always playing in the woods.
Bro, I think I was talking to Yoga Bay about this, but just like as a kid, like just playing. Like you're in your own fucking world.
Yeah.
Like whether it's like outside playing in the woods and like just picking up a stick, just like hitting a tree. Just like picking. So I remember I would see my brother sometimes like stick, like him and his like nerdy. He was always like more nerdy.
Yeah.
Him and his nerdy friends would be like stick fighting. Yeah, like good times as a fucking child.
Those were the days.
And we had like I remember I was talking about like, what are they called? The little cars, racetracks.
Hot Wheels?
Hot Wheels. Fucking. I remember I had this like little castle with like figurines and we'd like play, I don't know, war. Or just like we're like, pew, 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 pew.
Yes.
Bro. And it's like how easy it was to entertain yourself as a kid.
Dude. I used to have like a Lego set. And I would make ships. I would make like little ships. And then I would go and like have them fight each other.
Oh, like spacecrafts?
Yeah. And then like some of them would be like, I was like watching Star Wars at the time. So some of them would have like 4 cannons, but it was really just like a Lego piece that was just like extended a little bit.
Bro, I don't know if everyone's was like this as a kid, but like as a kid, I remember I had my stepdad was out of town, so that meant like, wow, happiness can be held in this household. So I had like friends over, and we had a pool, and we all went swimming, and we all went like night swimming, and we were just all skinny dipping, and it's like 10, 11-year-old boys, just like, and then we all went back inside my house, and we're all like still just naked in our towels, and we're just like bullshitting.
I never did that.
And as a kid, you don't think about it, but now that I'm an adult, I look back and I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. But I guess when you're a kid, you don't think about it.
No.
But you also don't think about like who's around you and could be seeing a group of 7, 10-year-olds that are just naked. But now you think about all that shit. I was talking to Alexis and I was like, when was the last time you went over to someone's house without calling or without texting and knocked on the door? I don't think. Do kids still do that? Do you think kids still do that?
I don't think so. No.
So you think every kid has a phone?
It would be rare as fuck for me to even be on like a house phone call.
Right.
To like, I remember one time my friend called me. It's from his house phone to like my mom hands me the phone like, hey, it's whoever. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this doesn't happen. Because back then it's just fucking house phones. Or you would go over to your neighbor's house and actually knock and like be like, is he home? You'd like look up in their window, see if the lights are on.
See if the cars are on the driveway.
Bro, even in high school, I was probably in 10th, 11th grade. My friends would fucking throw rocks. My room had a balcony and my friends would like throw rocks.
Really?
And I'd be trying to play Halo and I'd just hear little pebbles hitting my... It would piss me clean off.
You just act like you're not home?
Yes.
You were ahead of the curve with that.
I was always...
I never acted...
I've been ghosting people since like... since I can remember.
You were the original... I don't think I ghosted anyone in high school. If somebody... Or in like middle school, elementary school. If somebody came over and was like, is Davis there to play? My mom would be like, yeah. And then I would go play. Those were my plans now. She was like, you have 30 minutes. And then she had a walkie-talkie. She'd give me a walkie-talkie.
Really?
And then
that is
it would be like,
funny.
Dinner's ready. You got to come home now.
And so you'd only be able to hang out like around your little neighborhood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because like
Did you have a nice neighborhood with like the other kids?
Yeah. When I lived in Georgia.
Cul-de-sacs.
When I lived in Georgia, there was a lot of nice neighborhoods. There was a lot of kids in my neighborhood. So like there are like 4 or 5 different houses that I could possibly be at like any given time. And so we'd all just have you just ride around and look for whichever house had all the bikes laying in the front yard. So like all the bikes would be tipped over to the side.
Do kids still ride bikes?
And then the rich kids had golf carts.
What?
Yeah.
How rich of fucking...
I mean, I don't know. There was just some kids that had golf carts, like electric golf carts. They would charge them. And then the rest of us had bikes.
You know what's crazy is I remember, like, okay, being at where I'm at now, and, like, I guess, you know, obviously I'm blessed, but, like, thinking about back then of how, like, hard I don't know if your parents, well, I'm assuming they did, your mom's a teacher, but, like, how much they struggled with, like, money.
Dude.
Like, I remember for football, I wanted, like, a Under Armour thing, like a long sleeve Under Armour shirt under my jersey.
Yes.
My mom was like, no, like, you're getting this fucking Walmart.
Dude, right.
Because the Under Armour one would be like $40. Then the Walmart one's like $12. And so my mom would give me that. And I remember I wore it for the first time for a game, and I fumbled it like three different plays.
Really?
But like none of it like costed. Like I would like fumble it and it would just go out of bounds. I'm like,
Right.
what the fuck? This piece of shit fucking Walmart garbage. Oh shit.
Dude.
But just how much your parents would struggle as kid when you were
like, like what? It's not fair.
like if I got
Johnny gets
if I got a pair of Jordans for Christmas, be like a pair of Jordans in an Xbox game. And like thinking about it now, it's probably like $200.
Mm-hmm.
But like back then, it's like, oh my god,
yeah,
let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And nowadays, the shit I'm blowing money on,
Dude,
like DoorDash,
Pokemon cards,
tips, Pokemon cards,
just like nonsense. Oh, dude, I think about it like my parents were like, they were like really like they would give me like tasks, or not tasks, but like goals, and if I completed the goal, then we would go out to like a nice restaurant. Like, and when I say nice restaurant, I mean there's a place in Raleigh called Angus Barn. It's like a nice
just a
steak.
restaurant.
Yeah, it's just a nice steakhouse. And then in or we'd go to like P.F. Chang's or like Conky, or what is Conky called in other places?
It's like the
place where they cook in front of you.
Hibachi.
Yeah, something like it's like a Japanese steakhouse. We would go places like that, and now like I'm just like,
that's every meal.
Yeah, it's just like, where do you want to go today?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm just like dressed down, like
literally
in sweatpants and stuff, and I just go to P.F. Chang's, and then I think about it, and I'm like, man, like my younger self would be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But
it was a fucking struggle.
Yeah, we didn't struggle. Like my parents didn't struggle, but it was definitely like I was not the kid that was like could go down the toy aisle and I would be like, or every time I went down the toy aisle, I'd be like, "Can I have that?" And it was no 100% of the time.
But even then, I feel like I was kind of spoiled.
I was definitely
but
spoiled.
Like,
I was.
It's like, damn, that was being spoiled.
I was spoiled in like a different kind of, because like whenever people hear about only child,
Spoiled with love,
like, oh damn,
and
you're
attention.
spoiled. Exactly. Spoiled with love, and that's a good way of putting it. I wasn't spoiled like I got 7 Xboxes at home. I was spoiled like my parents, whenever they took trips, they would always take me. Like they never took trips, never got a babysitter. We went everywhere together, and like those are the kind of things that like you remember. I wouldn't remember the 5 Xboxes and all the Game Boy games in the world. I did get a Game Boy Color though.
Was that a big purchase?
That was a Christmas gift.
The Game Boy Color.
The Game Boy Color. I wonder how much Game Boys were. It's hard to.
Yeah, I wonder that too. Actually, like
It's
back
hard
in
to
the day,
think.
how much was an N64?
Right, dude. Was an N64 like $300?
I don't think that.
I
It
don't
kind of
know.
like bugs me now when I Google it.
Were N64 games as much as Xbox games are now?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because now,
Or like was an N64 back then like $65?
right? I don't think it was.
How
Dude. I think it was like
much
$200,
was a
which is crazy.
Nintendo? Yeah, that's actually insane.
That is really
How much was the
crazy.
Nintendo N64 when it first came out? It was originally intended to be $250. The console was ultimately launched at $200.
Dude,
$200.
$200.
Even now, I would Like, I feel like...
But $200 back then, I mean, there has to be some sort of inflation. That's like $300 now.
Like, at least.
Yeah.
I feel like $200 back then would be like...
Dude.
$400 now.
I mean, it was like... those were like the first,
Damn,
though.
I'm surprised I even had them. Or I'm surprised I even got that as a kid.
Yeah, I didn't have an N64.
Really?
My first console was the Xbox original. Well, I mean, Game Boy. But then Xbox original.
You didn't have an N64?
No. I went over to all my
You
friends'
didn't have like a
house.
GameCube?
No GameCube. No.
Maybe I was spoiled.
In fact, I had... I don't know where my dad got this, but it was like a little like thing that you plugged in directly to the TV, and it had like a gun on it, and you could play Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
You could play Duck Hunt, but you could also play
dad,
like
that's a dad.
You think
thing.
that's a dad thing? Because there was
It
like
was
Duck
Sega,
Hunt.
wasn't it?
I don't know.
And then you could,
I think I had like the off-brand version of
Sega
it.
Genesis.
I had like he found it at Walmart on the clearance thing, because it had like 70 games all in one little thing, and you could play it on. But one of them was Duck Hunt, and so you could play Duck Hunt.
But it was the
like,
orange fucking gun.
Yes,
that is fucking great. What you been up to? Still working out?
Trying. I slipped up a few weeks ago. Actually, 2 weeks ago I slipped up because I started drinking soda for a week.
I heard you say that,
dude.
Why?
Because I can taste it. I hadn't tasted Dr. Pepper in 10 years. So I tasted it and I was like, "Oh my god!"
To clear this up, because whenever people, well, even us in Optic, when we hear you say you can't taste, but you'll still eat burgers and shit,
right?
If you couldn't taste, why are you eating burgers?
I mean, it's hard to explain, but it's like your body still craves the fat. It's like you can't taste it, but even if you can't taste, if you look at a salad and you look at a burger and you're not like eating healthy or you're not healthy at the time, you're just like, I want the fucking burger.
You couldn't, like, you didn't bite shit and be like, God, this tastes so good.
No, never. But I would still eat it and it would be good, but I would never like savor it.
That's so fucking weird.
It is really, really weird.
Because we would look at it and just be like, why the fuck doesn't he just eat like
that's what everyone
nothing
says.
But yeah. That's why I wanted to get
says.
this after 4 years of wondering what the fuck you meant.
Yeah, I mean it's like, it's just like it's not even comparable about how the difference the taste is. I mean, because you can still kind of taste when you can't smell, but it's not like you can taste the flavors. So you can just taste the general taste of it, I guess.
I guess maybe it's like a instinctual evolutionary, like if you get a big juicy piece of meat inside your mouth.
Yes.
Maybe you can't taste it, but your mouth will still send those signals to your brain.
That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming. Because I would eat a salad and I would just be like there's nothing here.
But no dopamine is being...
eat like a Shake Shack burger, and I'd be like, this is so good. Because I
remember you saying, like, this is so good. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, like, it was so good because
like,
I can taste, like, the smokiness of it, I guess. Because it's, like, it's been, like, grilled or whatnot, or whatever. Yeah. And then you have, like, the lettuce and the tomato, like you can taste like the texture, or you can like feel the textures of that, and then it has like sauces on it that like make it either spicier or sour, or like you can taste those things. But like now that I have a Shake Shack burger now, I'm like closing my eyes and eating it because I can taste everything.
What's weird now is I've been eating clean as fuck. Like, it's, like, weird. Like, this is by far the most consistent I've been. Like, I don't eat bad.
Right.
Like, I had a vegan chocolate chip cookie yesterday, and that's the worst thing I've probably had in, like, 2 months. Like, I don't eat anything fried.
Oh, that's the worst. I just thought you were saying worst tasting thing.
No. It was so good.
Really?
But, yes, but it's because I'm eating so clean that, like, when I first started eating super clean, I would just have cravings to eat whatever, a burger, fucking sour cream and cheese on my Chipotle. And I was talking to Yoga Bay about this. She was like, yeah, it's the best life ever. She always says that. But, like, just getting used to, after, like, 2 months, you stop losing the cravings. And then these like, if I go to Chipotle now, it's, like, I'm, like, hype.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not getting, like, cheese and sour cream in my bowl, it's literally just, like, brown rice, steak, chicken, hot sauce, corn.
Right.
Veggies. But it's, like, now meals like that are good as fuck to me.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
This has been, like, the most... This has by far been the most disciplined I've been with my diet. But I'm so glad I got to see, like, this other side. Because I always... kind of looked at it like, God, but like I'm craving so hard to eat something,
Right.
but like those cravings have sort of like went away.
Yeah.
And I saw you probably saw it. Courage on Twitter was talking about like how he wants to work out. He made like a bunch of tweets, and it's just like how down he is about it because he never sticks to it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tweet him and just like say some shit, but I'm thinking to myself like I'm only like 3 months in.
Right. Yeah.
But it has been I feel like I've finally passed that barrier of like even thinking about fucking my diet up, fucking my exercise up.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I've only been disciplined like that with like a few things. And last year I didn't have a soda all year. And like, I mean, I got to like February, March, and I was like, still like,
so not even like a diet soda.
I didn't have any soda all year.
You should try diet.
I'd much rather just drink water.
Okay.
Or have like one of those like carbonated like waters like we used to have at the Scuff House.
Nowadays I find myself the sparkling ice.
The sparkling ice.
I think I would buy those, and everyone else would kind of that we would have at the Scuff House.
Would have.
I'm drinking. Because right now I'm just thinking about how many calories I'm eating versus how many I'm burning. Right. So everything I drink is like 0 calorie, and it's probably filled with so much shit that's just like giving me cancer or something.
Yeah. That's how Alexis is too. When she gets like really into dieting, that she's like always counting everything.
Is she into that stuff?
She's getting back into it. Yeah. She used to. I mean, when we first started dating, she was really into it. And like hitting the gym every day or every other day. And I was like, I remember when we first started talking, I was like, how are you, like, you're so healthy. It's so crazy that you're so healthy. And then she was like, yeah, but she really just ate like shit. But she just doesn't gain any weight because her metabolism's through the roof and she's diabetic. So.
Mine's slowing down.
What, your
My metabolism? I've always been like naturally skinny, but even since like everyone in my family's, no one's my size. Like everyone's either like chubbier, fat, blah blah blah. I forget where I was going with that. The fucking that turning off just like threw me off. I was like, wait,
when
what?
It turned on, it threw me off.
Yeah.
I thought it was raining outside.
What was I gonna say?
You're the only person your size.
Only person my size in my family. Blah, blah. Oh, I've been conscious about. Like, people always look at me and probably be like, oh, his metabolism, blah, blah, blah. But I've been conscious about my diet.
Right.
Like, I think about what I'm eating pretty much every day. And then sometimes I'll go like a month or two of just eating like shit. But I'm pretty conscious of what I eat just to maintain this averageness.
Yeah.
And it feels so good to finally, like, start breaking through that. I think the number one thing I did was just telling myself I'm going to go to the gym I'm going to do some kind of exercise every single day.
Yeah.
Whether for a month. I promised myself that, and I had to do it. But like if I'm not going to the gym, which I just go to my apartment gym, most of it was like home body weight workouts.
Like push-ups,
sit-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. But I promised myself I'm just going to go every single day for 30 days. And once I hit like those 30 days, I was like, fuck yeah. Like this actually, like I don't want to take a break now.
Right, yeah.
Because I just like have so much momentum going.
That's definitely my next. That's what I want to do next is the 30
I feel like you should. And even if it's like, no, I'm not working out today. Just like go for a walk.
Right.
45 minutes. And like it's fucking easy. But now I'm at I am so like we would always say skinny sexy.
Yeah,
like
skinny sexy.
or like to
Still
finally
the
have fucking abs for the first time in my life.
You
Like
getting them?
I feel like I'm closer than ever right now.
Yeah. Dude.
Like, and I know I'm gonna get them
Yeah.
because I'm like just so
Because
disciplined right
people
now.
always say abs start in the kitchen, which is crazy because in high school, did you have abs in high school?
Nah,
No,
I never had abs really.
I had abs in high school.
Maybe at a certain lighting or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I have like protruded ribs though, so it sticks out, so it makes my upper stomach look fatter.
Oh yeah, you
So
do have that. I didn't think about it until you just said that.
So it like I feel like it makes it harder for me to look like I have abs,
Yeah.
and none of my fat goes to my legs. I'm not Scump, where all of his fat goes
right
to his fucking.
He's got thunder thighs, dog.
Which makes me wonder: was he actually ever shredded?
Yes, that motherfucker was shredded.
Yeah, nah, he was shredded.
We never even saw him at his most shredded. I mean, we saw him like he took it pretty serious at the Scuff House a few times. Like, but when he starts working out, he like takes it hella serious. Like,
Yeah, he's just very consistent.
yeah, he's like
He's on a schedule.
If on Monday he looks at himself in the mirror and is like, I gotta change it. On Tuesday he already has all protein powder and he has like
Chipotle twice a day.
right. It's
like
just
clean.
I remember we went to a bar after one of his games. Did you ever go to beer garden? No. In Columbus. Beer something. Beer. World of Beer.
World of Beer, yes.
We went to World of Beer, which is where everyone goes and gets like super drunk after events. And we went after his event or after his game. We were with a lot of people, and the waitress came over and was like taking everybody's order, and everybody was getting nachos and fried pickles and bar food like wings and shit. And he was like, "Do you guys just have like do you guys just have like grilled chicken?" And she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you have broccoli?" She was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Can you just bring that?" And so like literally like never slipped up, and then always was working out. And then that's how and then his genetics are obviously fucking
phenomenal.
Stupid genetics.
Yeah, it kind of pisses me off.
So he's just
because I look at
I wonder if he's going to do it. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't
probably,
seem like
he
doesn't seem like he wants to again.
If he's single again, I would say,
I don't know if he'll be single again.
Well, if he's ever single again, I feel like that would be his only hope.
Yeah. I mean, he did it while he was in a relationship, but
yeah,
I don't know.
But then he got worse at COD, apparently.
I mean,
what is weird when you think about, there has never
been a good shredded person.
Yeah. There has never been someone that was like yoked and shredded in really good shape and performing to like win or competing to like
I wonder why
win the event.
Maybe it's because you can't put that many hours into two things. Because they scrim 6 hours a day, and then you would have to work out 2 hours a day. That's 8 hours.
I feel like it's the stuff. I feel like it's like the work you're doing with your hands, and it's just like lifting weights and stuff. Something about it throws it off.
There's one CS dude that's pretty jacked. I can't remember his name though.
And he's actually good.
Yeah, I mean he's not a top 5 player, but he was on a good team from what I remember. I just remember him being fucking like really shredded. There's a few. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Pro players are different though. I think maybe when he stops being a pro and is just a streamer, then he might go work out again.
Yeah, but it's so weird, like what? Because you look at every other sport.
Yeah.
Even though it's different because they're actually doing like athletic stuff, but you look at every other sort of sport, and I wonder if like people in chess, people that are good as fucking chess, do they try to like eat healthy?
True.
Because it like benefits everyone in sports.
Yeah, I don't know. It does.
Except Ocho Cinco eats McDonald's all day every day.
Have you seen all of his like fights with or his arguments with the people? What's that podcast?
Ocho vs. Science, the I Am Athlete
podcast.
It's a good one.
They're all it's like one of the best. I've never seen as good a podcast as that one. But they're like talking about, or they always just like rag on him for eating McDonald's. He's like, all you gotta do is eat McDonald's, and you gotta work.
Says you have to like callus your body. He's like, that's why you getting injured because you don't have your body's not calloused on the inside. Once you start eating like shitty foods like McDonald's and stuff, your body like hardens up.
That's wild. But he also, I mean, I guess he's still working hella hard in the gym.
Yeah, he works out like, I think he said like 2 or 3 times a day.
Damn.
Yeah. But it's like, it'll be different shit.
Yeah.
Because I work out every day now, but it's different stuff. One day I'll do yoga.
Yeah.
One day I'll do boxing. One day I'll do boxing and jiu-jitsu. One day I'll walk. One day I'll run. One day, like, whatever I feel like my body needs, I'll do.
Yeah. Do you ever have, when I was working out like pretty much every day last month, and then Alexis is here. So we were just like trying to like get that routine down. And now I'm probably going to go back to it pretty soon. But do you ever have days where you're just like, holy shit, that was a good ass workout? You're just like fucking.
Yeah.
Dead.
I never, ever want to work out.
Yeah.
Actually, it's sometimes, maybe like one time in the month.
Yeah.
But I never want to work out. But once I start, I'm like, all right, I'm almost halfway done. And then once I'm over halfway done, but then I usually feel a little better afterwards.
Yeah.
Besides after yoga. Yoga, I kind of feel shitty afterwards.
Really?
Because you're sweating so much. You need to take a class.
I sweat as much. I'm sweating right now.
Yeah.
I sweat too much already.
It might be good for you then. Yoga's the hardest workout I've ever done.
I got to figure out how to stop sweating. I start sweating from my ass. Like, that's my first place where it starts.
You have always been self-conscious of your ass sweat.
I have.
That is weird. Is
Why
it
does
just
it,
like
why
super
is it-
hairy?
No. I've tried growing the hair out.
Have you ever Googled it?
Yeah. And people, yeah. And people are just like, yeah, there's really nothing you can do. In fact, this one dude, it was like a forum, and he was like, I can't believe I'm admitting this, but no one's going to know it's me. Every day before I go to work, I fold pieces of toilet paper and I stick them in my ass crack.
What?
And I keep them there.
What?
I keep them there all day, and then I change it out when I go to the bathroom.
Have you ever done anything like that?
I've never done that. No, I've tried like different like lotions and stuff that are supposed to like take away.
What about baby powder?
Tried that too, but like baby powder every morning.
I mean,
I
guess, put it in your.
I wish there was
bathroom,
like a fix.
Take a shower, and
there's
then
got to be some sort of like laser.
Take a shower, then you lay on your back on the ground, put your heels over your legs, and then just.
It's funny because I think Blake talks about how he's not self-conscious of it because he starts from his back and he works outside shooting weddings in North Carolina heat. And so sometimes he's like, dude, my entire dress shirt, because he has to wear a dress shirt, my entire dress shirt is just black. And I'm like, that happens to me too. But not on my back.
I've never been a sweater, but when I do yoga, it's like I'm sweating just as much as everyone else.
Bro, we used to go to the gym and you wouldn't sweat.
Yeah, it's like when I played basketball as a kid, I wouldn't sweat either. I would just get red. It's like
weird.
my body wouldn't get rid of anything. It was just
it's just trapped.
sitting right under my skin. And I would just get red as fuck. My knees. People would always make fun of my knees. Even in rehab, people were making it. The fucking people in rehab during rehab volleyball were just like, what the fuck's wrong with your knees? My knees just get all red. They're just skinny. They poke out. Like,
oh, shit.
So I'm ready for summer.
Why? Beach bod?
For my shorts. I thought I was going to get roasted on the... what's it called?
Tailgate?
The tailgate for wearing shorts.
You might.
Because I thought people were gonna make fun of my kneecaps.
I mean, it's live right now, so you might be getting roasted.
Well, it was
currently.
over. I was watching a little bit
before
I got here.
Dude, I thought I was so close to having to host all 4 segments of the fucking pre-show.
Wait, what? There's the tailgate. Oh, the cod corner.
The cod corner, and I was gonna be the main guy on the.
Instead of Hex?
Instead of Hex, because he had business meetings all week. I was like, damn. And
that shit is like, that shit's hard. Like, it kind of, even like with the tailgate, like you're pretty good at keeping things sort of flowing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think people realize how hard it is to like.
Sometimes I was nervous when we started. I remember when we started this podcast, I was like, because this is the first podcast I'd ever done. And I was like, I wonder if we're ever just going to like.
What's weird is.
Stop. Like.
Yeah, I know that. like for the beginning or when we first started this podcast, I was sort of in the same boat, but maybe it was just, I feel like I think about it more now than because I'm finally doing them off like Xanax. Dude, I feel like back then I like didn't give a fuck. Like I wouldn't care if it was like
I had no idea you were even on Xanax whenever we were
no one
doing
did.
this. Damn.
Yeah. People think I have like a crippling Addy addiction,
Yeah.
which I did, but like, well, I definitely abused Adderall more than Xanax, but I was always on Xanax. But like I wouldn't like care. I feel like back then I never really thought about it. Now I'm like, I have to like deal with these anxieties.
Yeah.
Like when we're recording, just fucking thinking, being like, fuck, they better not ask me to do the outro, or like they better not ask me to intro.
Oh shit, I never even thought about that. You used to be one of the people that were like down for it, like in the Scuff House, like doing like a smooth comp intro.
I'd probably be on Xanax and just not really care.
Damn.
But nowadays it's like having anxiety and then thinking about doing that, it's just like shit just starts multiplying.
So were you the kid whenever whenever people would call in other people to read in class, you would be like nervous about it?
It depends. It's so weird. I'm either fully like a clown and just like not giving a fuck, or I'm like on the other side of like, please don't call on me.
I was kind of the same.
Like if I was comfortable, like towards the end of rehab,
mm-hmm.
like I was like comfortable, but I would still get really nervous about just like speaking when everything's quiet. Yeah. That's why
I forget. It's kind of crazy that like, I wonder if teachers still do that, because there was the kids that would get
like
called
make
on,
people,
and you could sense the nervousness. Like they would be reading like they would be reading like that.
Today, Junior.
Yeah.
Billy Madison. Anyways.
Yeah.
You never seen Billy Madison?
Nah, I didn't. I'm not a big.
You never seen Billy Madison?
It's
one thing if you like saw it, but it's like, oh, it's been a while. But you've
I've never seen it. I know the references.
Happy Gilmore.
I know the references.
You've never seen.
I think I saw Happy Gilmore. I think I saw Waterboy, but I don't know. I've seen segments of each.
You gotta watch Billy Madison.
Which one is that? Which one was that one about?
When he goes back to school and like goes through every grade again.
Yeah. And that's Adam Sandler too?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he ran comedy for a while.
Yeah. He has my favorite sense of humor.
Yeah. Have you seen the one where he is like a real, what is it?
Click?
No, not Click. The one where he's like it's a serious role. He's like a gangster or something, or like it like just came out. I love it when comedy actors play in serious roles.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah. I got to get more on I don't know who else would be like that, but I just don't watch enough like movies or TV shows.
Have you ever seen Moneyball?
No.
Moneyball is about it's about baseball, and about how like this one guy, like instead of picking players based on how good they were, he wrote like an algorithm about how to win, and like picked players based off that. And the nerdy guy that like wrote the algorithm is Jonah Hill, and he fucking
say that again. The movie.
So the movie is about like, I mean, I'm butchering this, but basically, people wanted to, or like a board of people like managers and stuff wanted to pick up players based on their skills and based on like how good they were. And then there was this nerdy guy.
You say this was baseball?
Yeah, there was this nerdy guy that was like, I actually know how to win, but you have to pick up players that no one else wants, and we can save money and also win because these guys know how to get on base instead of, basically being a nerd.
Right.
And that the character or the actor who played that character was Jonah Hill.
That actually does sound interesting.
It's super good.
But I want to know what the fuck algorithm. I wonder if, imagine with esports.
Dude, yeah.
Like if someone could just like study the way everyone plays and they're like, the perfect team would be Doug Sensor Martin. It's like Doug Sensor Martin, fucking Formal, and then just, I don't know, whoever the fuck else is like a Call of Duty player. But just to be able to, that
there probably is. I mean, that's kind of like how Toronto was.
That's kind of how in Halo people were sort of kind of trying to figure out like just who plays good with who, because like we dropped Soviet for clutch. Soviet's was known as like one of the most skilled players to ever play Halo. And we dropped him for clutch, who is not known as one of the most skilled players in Halo. But, like, we drop Soviet, we pick up clutch, and we're, like, way better. It just makes it makes sense because, like, obviously Soviet's doing, like, dumber plays. His communication's not as good. But
who would you say, I saw this on Twitter, who would you say is the Mount Rushmore of Halo?
Ola, Roy, Ogre 2, and I guess Lethal.
Really? Damn. Yeah. It's hard because it's in a COD Mount Rushmore
and a Mount Rushmore.
A Call of Duty Mount Rushmore is really easy.
Let me say.
Yeah.
What mine would be.
Okay.
Call of Duty Mount. I'm gonna probably butcher this. I got Scump and Nade Shot.
Okay, that's already wrong in my opinion.
Wait, really?
I mean, okay, I'm talking about like skill wise, not like what they did for the scene.
Okay, so Scump. I'm trying to, let me think. Scump. Would Slasher be up there?
No.
I want to say like Scump, Formal, but no. Honestly, I can't even fucking think.
I mean, some people would say Formal, but I
don't think Formal should be up there.
I think
he started competing in like 2015, 16 or something.
I think like 90% of people would say that it's Clay, Ian, Seth, and Damon.
Yes.
I think that
I forgot about those players.
Yeah.
Slasher.
But for Halo, it's just such a rich history that you can't really.
So you don't think people would argue with? I mean, you can't really.
I mean, I guess skill wise, because if it's not skill wise, then Nade Shot's the first one up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of like Walshy.
How did Nade Shot?
Would you put Walshy up there if it's skill wise?
I saw some people throwing Walshy in there, but
I mean, for what he did.
You just can't, because I look at it like if you look at the Mount Rushmore of basketball, like you're gonna have to take someone from like before like a Wilt Chamberlain,
right?
And that's who I'm throwing in as like Ogre 2.
Yeah,
like he was the head dude for like 5 years until Halo sort of got to its like peak competitiveness.
And then Jordan is Ola. And then LeBron is Lethal.
And then Roy is Magic Johnson. But I feel like because Ogre 2 and Walshy's era, it was like, yeah, they ran it for, I guess the whole time they were sort of in it from like 2004, I think was like the first MLG event.
Yeah.
And they were pretty much winning all of them until like 2008, 2009. But then that's sort of when I feel like the competition sort of leveled up.
Right.
So I'm going to have to just take like Ogre 2 is the old guy that was dominating. The GOAT.
Yeah, because then he kept winning.
Then Roy and Ola were like they came in early too, like 2006. 2007.
Do you know how long 2006 was? Like that was so long
2006,
ago.
2007, and Ola's just still competing.
Like to put it in perspective, J. Cole just released a song and he said he was broke in 08.
Me and J. Cole were probably had the same amount of money in 08. That's actually crazy.
And like that's when
in 09 I had more money than J. Cole. Actually, I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I mean, it depends on when, like.
But, like, take Ogre 2 from, like, the beginning area. Roy and Ola, or, like, when competition hit its peak, they were at the top. They were the best. And then Lethal was just, like, the new guy who obviously has more skill, and it's just, like, better.
Yeah.
It's like LeBron.
Yeah. So then that makes, yeah.
Was it on the Yeah, it was on the Optic podcast where we had this talk with Hex.
Yeah, people, and I didn't realize I was wearing the Huntsman Chicago 23 shirt.
Oh, really? Really? That's fucking funny.
People were like, the irony, which is pretty fucking funny.
I should have looked at the comments of that to see what people were saying.
It's about what you think. These kids don't know what they're talking about. Yada yada yada.
Yeah,
but
those kids are.
I feel like when people think when we're like just physically and just how the game is played now, LeBron is better. People think that we're trashing Jordan. And sometimes I do trash Jordan just for those people.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tweet out
like, if I'm like, yeah, it's
shit.
LeBron 1, then, like, it's got Magic and Bird for 2, then Jordan for 3, maybe 4.
But when I do that, that's legitimately trolling.
Yeah.
But how this all started was basically basketball nowadays is everyone is more skillful.
It is a pretty dumb, discussion.
It is. It should be there's GOATs of different eras.
Because, yeah, everyone's always going to be better.
Jordan was very obviously the GOAT of his era. LeBron was very obviously the GOAT of this era. I mean, you can't even, there's no one else you can even say.
Everyone just keeps
people are like saying, like comparing him to other people now, but like, cool, he's like almost 52 years old. I'm talking about like when he was on like the Heat and went back to the Cavs. Do you remember like SportsCenter going crazy when he was in high school and like coming into the college?
Yeah, one of my friends had a picture of my friend was. I wonder if they were the same age. I don't know how old LeBron is, but like I had a picture with LeBron while they were like both in high school or something.
That's so
and this
wild.
Was like 20 years ago. I'm seeing that picture.
It's crazy that like out of all the sports. Like the top athletes of our, like when we were kids, there's like only 2 left. And that's fucking Brady and LeBron. Like there's no one, there's literally like no, I mean, actually, doesn't Albert Pujols still play? Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
I think he still plays. I think he just got traded and he still plays. Like there are like.
I feel like Albert Pujols was like a vet when I was a kid. How is he still fucking playing?
I think I saw. I could be lying.
Bro, when I was a kid, everyone would talk about Albert Pujols, Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds
was
Jr.
my favorite fucking. I didn't even actually. Sammy Sosa was probably my favorite baseball player, but I didn't really watch baseball. Sammy Sosa and then Barry Bonds.
Mark McGwire.
Remember
Mark McGwire and Bonds had that like home run race?
Really?
Yeah, because they were all of them were on
in a real game or at
like one season, or maybe it was all time. But they were like everyone was like one of them's gonna break the record, and it ended up being Bonds.
Bro,
but dude, I wonder how much steroids they took those years, and I wonder if it's still as bad because they cracked down on it. But during those times, they just let them like. Barry Bonds went from like skinny to like fucking jacked.
And it's weird they do that just to like hit a ball once.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's football where it's like full contact all the time.
True.
Or anything else. Like, it was just to swing a fucking bat.
Dude, there's a 30 for 30 for that race. And that's one I've always wanted to watch.
What's 30 for 30?
It's like the documentary series that ESPN puts out, and they're really fucking good. Dude, you would love those.
Of Mark versus Barry.
Well, there's like a whole bunch of different ones, but one of them, like if you go on ESPN Plus and you can see the little thumbnails of all the 30 for 30s, one of them is Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds side by side with both of their jerseys. And I'm like, dude, I remember that. Like, I would like to know. But the Lance Armstrong one was really fucking good. I feel like you'd like that one.
Is it like a Lance Armstrong verse?
No, it's like a documentary.
Or it's just a documentary about certain times
about how he
sports.
like was the first person to get fucking canceled because people found out he got canceled.
Remember those Live Strong?
Yes,
bro. Everyone had a fucking Live Strong one.
He was like the hero.
He made these cool.
It's facts. He was like a superhero. It was like he had cancer, beat cancer, and now is winning the fucking races. What are the Tour de France?
I guess that is pretty cheap though.
Yeah, but
to
then
use fucking steroids for like endurance, I feel like that has to help tremendously.
Oh, dude.
I mean, was he winning before
yeah.
his cancer?
He was winning before, got cancer, then started winning after.
Was
but
he
the
taking
thing is,
steroids before?
Yes.
He was always taking steroids?
Yeah, but he goes through it and he was like, everyone in the top 50, they all take it. So it's like, if you don't take it, it's not possible to win because it helps 3%. That's what he said. He's like, it helps 3%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the race is like 400 miles. Mm-hmm. So 3% every mile, and like you're eventually going to fall behind everyone.
Yeah.
He said something, it's like something like that.
I hate how people look at Adderall like it's steroids. And it's like how Armstrong said that everyone in the top 50 is taking it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you're not taking it, you're like behind or you're at a disadvantage. Right. I feel like that's what all these dog shit gamers think. Taking Adderall. But trust, that's not going to save you.
Yeah.
Everyone who's fucking good got good and got to be a really good pro, like, without it.
Yeah.
It's not going to save you.
It's definitely not. I wonder how intense, like, what is it called? Like when it's like a steroid, it's called something.
Intense?
No, like what is the type of drug? Or it's like a steroid or something like human,
testosterone?
like a growth hormone, like a
HGH?
Something
human
like that.
Growth hormone? Testosterone?
I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to, somebody out there knows what I'm trying to say. But I wonder how intense that is that we don't know about in like all professional sports. Like, do you think LeBron
like
is
legally?
Right. Do you think like LeBron and like Tom
like
Brady,
not taking steroids, but like they're on a little bit of like HGH
or like something,
like testosterone?
Like what? So what Lance Armstrong did? It was called juicing. No, I forgot what it was called.
Just steroids.
Doping. It was called doping, and it's all IV. So he would pump like, I'm gonna bullshit and say pure oxygen or something into his veins. And like literally it was just blood work. Like it was constant blood work to make yourself more like endurance. And that was, or to like increase your endurance. And that was what everyone in like the
so his roids were like different.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like steroids. It was like,
do NBA players get tested for that?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like they're like, dude.
What if like something about LeBron came out and that he's on roids and it gets canceled?
Could happen.
We gotta start saying Jordan's number one then?
Yeah. Fuck. He's like 43 and still landing on his knees. Like that.
Is he really 40?
I don't know. He's like 39, 40, something like that. Isn't he like 38 or?
He's probably probably like 38.
But like I think Brady's 40 something. Brady's like 42,
crazy.
And he's playing.
To be a fucking skinny white dude, just dominating the NFL. Even though
he
you
like
don't really
doesn't
have to do anything physical.
It's crazy he like doesn't get hit though.
Yeah.
He never runs.
And I feel like he's probably been at a point so long in his career where like people respect him enough to
the defensive linemen?
If you hit Brady, like you're canceled.
Like all the defensive linemen that play against him grew up watching him. That's fucking crazy.
And like anytime he gets hit, he gets like, or if you hit him a little bit late, like it's automatically a penalty. The refs don't fuck around.
I think LeBron is so like diva in his mind that like.
This was like already open.
Oh.
Wondered if they like filled it up.
I think LeBron's so like diva in his mind that he's gonna play until. What is his oldest kid's name? Bronny? Until Bronny.
What if?
And they team.
Bro, that would be fucking nuts. Because Bronny could be in the NBA in like 4 years.
Yeah, like something like that.
That would be. There's no way that's ever happened before.
No, a father and a son.
Bro, imagine and they win a championship. If people still say Jordan's the GOAT after that.
Well, it's just like at some point. At some point, LeBron's going to play for so much longer than Jordan ever played. That it's because like I think it's already at that level that he's played like a lot longer. And people are like, well, yeah, like Jordan.
Did Jordan even play that long?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know much about any of it. I just like bullshitting.
And that is why you can't voice your opinion. You don't know shit.
I don't really care what people say.
Yeah, I don't really either. Especially when
as long as J-Cap's not coming at me, I know I'm doing good. Because no one knows about sports more than that fucking dude.
Speaking of, well, this didn't really have to do with any. I was gonna try to connect these, but everyone that I see playing this, I'm not trying to take shots at anyone, and this is kind of random, but everyone that I see playing golf lately, just like
piss you off.
It pisses me off. There's like a golf trend. I'm scrolling down like TikTok, and I'm seeing like I even saw the good people that were like at the HQ.
Yeah.
Like one of their videos just like popped up in my TikTok, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was literally him just. He had like a fake one of the you hit the ball into the wall,
fake
and
wall,
yeah. And
Is that the
it
one
was
where
just one of those, and it was him just swinging, and it had like 1.8 million views. I'm like,
is that
what
the one where
the
his
fuck?
dick was poking out?
No.
Oh, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I dead ass think you watched the one where his dick was poking out. That's why there's so many views.
Oh,
Hex
really?
showed me the video. He was like, one of the good guys went viral. Look. And I watched, and I was like, did you just show me a golf swing? And he was like, look. And then this dude's got a fucking meat cannon. Just
really? Like hanging out of his shorts?
No,
or
I mean,
like you can just see it through his
the
shorts?
It's very obvious he's not wearing underwear. And so apparently he like trended. He like trended because like
Wow,
girls started
I wonder
watching
if
it.
that was.
And then like gay dudes started watching it. And so the TikTok blew up because apparently it trended on Grindr. That's what Hex told me.
Damn.
I
Is
was
that
like, damn.
is that my next step?
Golf without underwear? Probably.
And just like act like I'm a serious like golf TikToker, just horrible form, everything, but every swing I'm just fucking free balling.
I wonder if Twitch. Do you think Twitch would ban you if you wore gray sweatpants without underwear and then just got up all the time?
I don't know.
Because that would be. I was thinking that would be the equivalent of these like hot tub streams.
Well, I was saying,
it would be sexist if they did something to you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in my chat. What if I got a kiddie pool? Oh, I mean hot tub. And what if I wore like a man thong? Then like
I think somebody's already done that. The American Dad guy. Do you know who that is? He's a streamer. He's really funny.
Did he get banned?
He wore a thong. He like shaved his ass and everything, I think. Unless he's just got a sparkling clean ass. If so, then
I was thinking
like
what if I did that? Would I get in trouble?
I don't think so.
But just like your fucking shit's just hanging. See everything. See the tip. See just see fucking everything.
Every once in a while when I'm dancing on stream, I look over at OBS and I'm like, oh. There's just some pants. Some pants you can just see a little bit better than others.
That's weird that, well, gray sweats is an actual thing for girls.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of strange, but it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Do you ever catch yourself?
Where are you going with this?
You ever see a guy in gray sweats and you're like... He did. Sometimes I'll do that. I don't on purposely peek, but if I just see their shit swinging, I'm like...
I think I look every time.
Oh.
I got to look at everybody's just to see what they're working with.
I get a little... In high school, I stopped wearing boxers because of that. Like, you could... Well, in high school, I don't know what it was like for you, but I would just get a boner all the fucking time. If a girl, like, touched my shoulder, it's like, you know, a boner. So I just... Because boxers, it just fucking springs up. But if you wear, like, briefs, you can kind of, like, tuck it in there and it'll hide it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
That's what I had to do. I
never got caught because I'm really good with the waistband effect.
See,
I was like a pro at it.
Yeah, I had to.
All I'd have to do was. That's the motion that you saw. Like if they're like, "Oh, is the stomach hurt?" No, I'm back, and it's boom, it's fixed.
I remember.
No more pokage.
I remember on my bus driving back from school. Well, even on the way to school, 7:30 in the morning. me, my friend, and like these 2 other girls, we'd sit at like the back of the bus. Sometimes they'd like sit on our lap, or we'd like play with their titties. And I would just get a fucking rage. Sometimes they'd be like on my lap, and it's like, boom, there's my bus stop. I gotta get up. So I'm like, I pick up my backpack, and I'm acting like I'm picking it up, and it's like, oh, I gotta go. Don't have time to put it on my back. So I'm like walking out with a backpack in front of my fucking waist. Because I didn't learn about the waistband effect.
No one taught me. I was a self-learner. I was a self-taught
teaches
waistband.
these kids.
I know
that like the waistband trick.
The waistband trick, it works.
It's funny how no one, you don't even like see that anywhere. You just kind of figure it out.
Right. And if your junk is not big enough to reach the waistband, what you do is you pull your underwear down so that waistband is under the regular
If your
waistband.
junk can't reach your waistband, then that sucks.
Yeah. But there is a fix for it. You pull your underwear down.
Well,
I learned that one.
You had to apply that yourself.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's good for the Flycast. We started off with colonoscopy. We ended off with boners. It's a pretty solid day's work.
That is perfect for another weekly episode of the Flycast. Thank you all for watching so very much. Shouts out to my man Sticks with the hoodie.
Oh yeah, Sticks.
Good job, Sticks. You just dropped coffee all over the place. Do we have outro music?